Away from Texas.
Yes, sir. Watch you every single day. Nobody lays it down like Uncle Neely and the pregame show.
Neely, pregame show behind the scenes for everything. And why does he get that kind of access? Why does he get that kind of access? Because trust is involved. You would never get the kind of access you desire unless there's trust and relationship. You're trying to put you up on game. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Somebody,
indoor for team lift.
got you.
We'll go through our stations like we did similar to around July last summer.
Okay, what does tomorrow look like?
Tomorrow we'll have our acceleration training. That's our short burst speed training.
Is it the whole team at the same time?
Now we'll go 8 o'clock. The whole team will run. Then we'll have our offense will be lifted at 9:15. Then defense will lift at 10:30.
Okay, so do they come in the meet?
Hey Mo.
What time is it?
I mean meet. What time?
First day, man. Let's grind, man.
How y'all play y'all offense? I just play action. So like, y'all would max at least 6, 7.
We're back at it, y'all. We're back at it.
Boyd, BYD. Will. What's up, big dog? What's up, man? What's up? How you doing, Coach Phillips? What's up, baby? See you.
Everybody sit up in your seat, please. Let me see. Sit proud. Like win some money right now. Cash. Let's bring it home, baby.
Bill McCartney was a coach here, and you'll see this around the building. And his deal was greatness is realized through the discipline of attending to the details. And it's all about the details. It's all about what work you're putting in, how well you know your subject. It's doing what the coaches ask you to do when they're talking about a different scheme. It's about what your job is on each play. If you're to run a 12-yard out, don't run 10 yards, run 12 yards. If you've got the edge and that's your responsibility, that's your job, do your job. It's about discipline, but it's about doing it now, because when you learn the trade as you're going through, when it gets really tough, and it's going to get tough at different times, you got to rely on your reflexes. And you probably heard this quote, but I'm going to say it again, because as I was looking through some things to talk to you about, this quote struck me. And it's Joe Frazier, who's one of the great boxers of all times, and he says, you can map a fight plan, but when the action starts, it may not go the way you plan, and you're down to your reflexes, which is your training, that's where your road work shows. If you cheated on that in the dark of the morning, you're getting found out now under the bright lights. And men, you're going to be under the bright lights all year. It's going to be packed every place you go because they want to see you when we go on the road. They want to know, they want to see you lose when you go on the road. But lose isn't part of our DNA. So men, it's showtime. I mean, y'all came here for a reason, right? Y'all came here to win a championship, right?
Yes.
And it takes everybody in this room to do that. All the trainers, all the strength and conditioning staff, the academic support staff, everybody in this room, our nutrition. We're going to treat you great, and we're going to make sure that you have everything that you need to be successful. So when we get to 12, 7, 24, we're going to win, we're going to dominate, we're going to do it with discipline and commitment and care for each other, and then the rest of it is going to be history. So men, have a great summer. Work your ass off, because you're going to need to do that to be ready, because everybody's pointing at you. Everybody circled you on their calendar, on their schedule. So let's be ready for it. Let's work hard, let's get after it, and have a great summer. Go Buffs.
The governor has a different role as well. It's going to be the first time ever. We have some dysfunction that the media wants to challenge us on somebody that departed or something that goes down. The governor is going to be our spokesman, and he's going to keep it 100. That's who he is. One day he's going to be a governor, he's going to be the mayor, he's going to be something. I'm telling you, I believe in this man. But he's our spokesman. So they're going to come to him about you. And he's going to tell the truth. He's not going to say what I want. He's not going to say what you want. He's going to say the truth. Am I right or wrong? All right? So that's the governor's role. So you're going to see him on the media quite a bit because they're going to have to defer to him to find out what happened with the bull junk that y'all maybe do or pray to God that you don't do. Okay? Ready, Jock? Stand up, Jock. You're doing a great job, too. Stand up, man.
Stand up, Jock.
Okay, winners want winners. Ain't no coincidence. Most drafted players. Playoff teams, right? Yes. 13 players drafted, 10 players drafted. 10 players drafted, 11 players drafted. Florida State should have been in the playoffs, but they wasn't undefeated season, 10 players drafted. Winners want winners. That don't mean that these are the best players. But when you have a program that wins, they tend to attract things. All right? So if you want to go and be one of these players drafted, all we got to do is win. Sounds simple, but that's what they do. Next, y'all. Discipline. You've heard this word a lot. You've heard this word consistently. And this is how we're going to win. This is how we're going to dominate. This is how you're going to be successful in life. This is how you're going to be a better man. This is how you're going to be a better son. This is how you're going to be a better football player. This is how you're going to be a better father. My father's where you at? Stand up if you have a child. Players included. You got a tremendous responsibility. That's to raise a young man or a young woman. Not necessarily the way you was raised, but the way you see fit in doing the best thing for them. And that encounters sacrifices. So you all look around, get to know one another, and glean for one another. The thing that I love about this coaching staff is I would not hire them if they weren't great fathers. That's the consistency, that's the commonality that we share in you young men, that are some of y'all are young men and you trying to raise a man. So please defer to these young men on making those decisions with your child, because your children are very important to me as well. So Todd, let's make sure we get their names, all the young men, so we can help them in any kind of way we can to help them become better fathers. Not saying that you're not, but I want you to be the best father ever. Thank you, guys. Okay, discipline. This is a definition of discipline. No, they give me the other definition. That's my definition, right? Yes. Give me the other definition. Well, Webster's dictionary, what that says about the definition of discipline. It should be another definition. Why you trying to find that, jockey? I'll elaborate on this. What we eat in the dining room, or the room, I'm sorry that we didn't have them ready, we'll have them ready tomorrow, right? We should never start nothing without you guys eating properly, and that's on me. Okay, so when we eat in the cafeteria tomorrow, all phones, if you bring them in there, will go in the middle of the table. Why are we putting phones in the middle of the table? Because I want y'all to talk and get to know each other. All right, so if we catch you on the phone in the cafeteria, we're putting you out. You understand that? We catch you on the phone in the cafeteria, we're putting you out. Put the phone in the middle of the table. Matter of fact, we'll have them put a bowl in the middle of each table. So we can put the phones in the bowl. When we come in there, we just do not want you on the phone while you're eating in the cafeteria. We want you guys to talk and get to know one another. Also, we want to respect all women. We have some wonderful women in this program, and we're going to always call them Miss and then their name. And yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. We got that. Sir. Do not call them by their name, and that's it. Put something preceding that. That's old school. That's how we get down. Because I don't know none of you that call your mother by their name, do you? Where I come from, you get slapped. You do that. Or you call the father by his first name. Charlotte will get slapped if he tries to do that. He's the only one that would try to be like that. Yeah. Watch your language as well. Watch your language, because some of you, your voice carries, and you're coming down the escalator or something, or the elevator, and people can hear you talking in there, you're being very profane, and we don't need that. So understand, be respectful, and watch your language. I don't like profanity, I don't condone profanity, I'm not profane whatsoever. Be coachable and respectful, and I ask you guys to love what you do and do what you love. Do we have that definition? Or just use mine? To me, this is not Webster, this is Coach Ryan. Doing what you need to do when you don't feel like doing it. That's discipline. When there's an expectation of you to do something and you exceed it regardless of the multitude of distractions, that's discipline. Not falling asleep when you're sleeping and your hand on your chin and you telling me where you are right now, that's discipline. Right. And it's very disrespectful when someone's talking and you sitting up here like that trying to hold yourself away, trying to keep yourself away. That's discipline, all right? Handling your business when it's acceptable for you not to. That's discipline. We want you all to be disciplined. The only way we're going to dominate and win is your discipline. What's next, y'all? Anything? Now, that's the word. That's the word for this season. I'm not talking about tomorrow. I'm not talking about the next day. I'm talking about next year. I'm not talking about next week. I'm talking about now. That's what we want to win, now. Because you're going to start that in the weight room, you're going to start that in the classroom, you're going to start that watching films, you're going to start that in doing everything you do to get to the next level. The quality of being very important and needing attention immediately, now. I don't know if y'all are old school or not, but when back in the day, we didn't have cell phones, they would just pull up in the car and say, get your butt here now. And we ran. We didn't play like that. Having an extreme sense of urgency in everything we do. Now, some of y'all want to go pro. Correct? What are you doing with your now? What are you doing with your now? Some of y'all want to be drafted. Are you working hard now? Are you studying now? Are you preparing now? Have you made the cut people off now? That's keeping you from your goal and your destination. Have an extreme sense of urgency in everything you do, not tomorrow or the next day. We mean now. We're going to have a good summer. I think we got all the bull junk out the room. I think we got all the bull junk out the room. Coaches, did we get all the bull junk out the room?
Yes, sir.
It may be two. It may be 2 or 3 or 4, maybe 5 that's on that rope. And they walking down that rope. And we all know who they are. And you guys know who they are. And if they come with the bull jump, I promise you, I will personally get them out of here. And see, this is the difference. Because if I'm having a relationship with somebody and I decide to leave, I'm not going to walk away and talk about it, man. I didn't want to get down with them no more. But when you push them out and get rid of them, they have a propensity to look back and talk about it, right? So all the bull junk that leaves him, and say they left on their own, why are you talking? That gives it away, don't it? We have a tremendous team. We better at every position. The staff is better. The support staff is better. The weight room is going to be tremendously better. The training staff is tremendously better. Everything in here is better. We're just waiting on you. And I'm waiting on it right now. I want to see what I need to see right now. We got that? Yes, sir. We're going to be on you, man. We're going to be on you. Because some of y'all need that. And the coaches, you know what I'm looking for. And I'm going to be on y'all too. We with it now, aren't we? Yes, let's go do it. We start right now. Let's go.
Defense is still staying here, guys.
Defense will stay, offense go in the big room.